Hey honey, I'm home.
Oh, you can't see me like this.
Wow.
Hi honey, welcome home.
What's all this?
Well, I wanted to show you our brand new kitchen.
Looks like the same old kitchen.
Yeah, pretty much. You have a couple of those, maybe they'll start looking better. So we need a new kitchen.
Yeah, we know. I know.
So we got a little plot to get a new kitchen.
What plot?
Barb.
Welcome to Guy and Wendy Crawford's kitchen. I love my best friends, Guy and Wendy. I hate their kitchen. I don't just hate their kitchen, but they despise this kitchen. It does not reflect their personality, their style, their way of life. Speaking of life, this kitchen doesn't have it. There's none. Just to start off, we're going to talk about the stove. It used to have 4 working burners and a griddle. They're down to 1 little burner that works sometimes, not always. You have a griddle in the middle here, which it gets used quite a bit because the lack of other burner.
We love Barb. She's our bestest friend. And she tolerates our guerrilla ghetto attempt at a kitchen.
It isn't that I make fun of her. No, I don't. I care. I really care. The cabinets, not good. You shouldn't have a screw knob as a knob for your pole.
If you want, like, say, a towel, you have to fight that thing and then, look, I can put my hand on the other side of the cabinet. It's a puppet show.
They don't open and close gently. The knobs are kind of, you know, hanging off. Now, I will say that these 2 cabinets have nice shelves in here, which would be nice, except that they're really deep, so you can't get in there.
You can't put more than a dozen cookies in here because the cookie pan does not fit fully inside oven, so it sticks out. So you have to leave the oven open like that much because the cookie pan doesn't fit.
This oven is like from a college dorm room, that's how small it is. It's about the size of one of those mini fridges. You could never get a full-size turkey or a decent-sized ham in here for holiday dinners. I know that they've probably tried. They've probably had to cut it, misshape it in the roasting pan. I don't know how they do it. But anyway, it's not the right size oven. Not for a family of 5 with 2 teenage boys and 1 2nd grader.
It's off by like 20 degrees. So whenever you make a recipe, you have to add degrees and time because it is not correct.
It's also just, it's like in the wall. It's like whoever designed this kitchen before they bought the house said, hey, oh, we forgot about an oven. Let's put one here.
So honey, what do we have to do for this new kitchen?
You just have to answer some very simple questions.
Like?
Like, who's your favorite chef?
Oh, Emerald, of course.
Because you go BAM! All the time. It's really actually kind of annoying.
They have really limited work and prep area. When we have parties over here, there's like this much prep area. That's it. This area would be nice to be used, except that you don't really, it's not inviting because the cabinets are so heavy and dark and they hang and it's just, it feels like this is just a void space that just gets kind of pushed everything off to the side.
So we tend to plug stuff in, and when people come over and Guy cooks and we have parties, we have stuff plugged in all over our very limited counter space.
Usually everything's just kind of laid out on the counter, and again, the counter space here would be really nice if it was maybe a little wider so you could have some stools under it. When you're prepping food right here, if people are usually just standing on the other side. It would be nice if they could just sit and entertain with you and talk with you while you're prepping the food. So the cabinets have this horrible 1980s black gloss paint. I don't know who in their right mind thought that this was a good idea, but clearly it's not. As you can see, when you try to wipe them clean, there's just streak marks everywhere. It's like worse than trying to clean your bathroom mirror. You know, and this is to no fault of Guy and Wendy. They did not choose this kitchen. Trust me, they did not. They chose the house, but not this kitchen.
When we win Powerball, we will make all this go away.
Wendy, after the birth of her 3rd son, decided that she was going to take a hot gun, like one of those hot air guns, and really try to strip the paint off There is so much paint. It took her 5 days, and this is as far as she got. She sat on the floor and worked 5 days to get this little tiny square inch of the pantry door removed of this paint. Her hope was she could take it down to the wood, sand the wood, and make the kitchen a little brighter just by having the wood color instead of, you know.
We have a little itty bitty microwave. Oh, it's clean. That's good. I was scared. It's clean. And we keep these as decoration because we don't have any range.
We have throughout the house a beautiful oak floor that just needs to be sanded and stained. Although because there's so much traffic through to the rest of the house, this has just gotten really worn down. So the rest of the flooring here, you can see pretty much where the prep area is, where everybody kind of hangs out, because that's the darkened area on the floor.
Would you let them tear down a wall?
Which wall?
Preferably the mirrored wall.
Yeah, we wanted that wall to go since we moved in here.
I'll do a little happy dance. They take down the mirrored wall.
Yeah.
No longer a proud house of the 80s.
Now, talk about tearing out a wall or something. This, not good, okay? But if we were to walk across this wall, we would see where their actual style is reflected. It's very retro, modern chic. Really cool retro couch. They had it reupholstered. They love IKEA. Love IKEA. They love color. They love eclectical pieces of furniture that tie into their theme.
And they can take out all the cabinets and all the stuff.
Absolutely.
And the only one working thing in the house is the fridge. So they can have everything else.
You know what? They could probably even replace the fridge, seeing as how it's really small for 5 people.
They do have a dishwasher, if you want to call it that. I don't think it washes dishes though. I think it's mostly just like they wash the dishes by hand and then they put them in here to dry.
And I'd love to use my dishwasher, but it don't work!
And she would just like a dishwasher, please.
That would be so cool! Okay, what's your favorite stuff to cook?
Oh, I like everyday American dishes, you know.
Guy is a mix of Italian and Mexican. So, I mean, those are fabulous foods, fabulous cultures, and how can you get excited and how can you prepare a decent Italian meal, pasta and a sauce, when you have one burner? You can't do it at the same time. He works with one of those hot plates to a lot of times, or he uses an outdoor grill for part of the preparation, which is kind of a pain because now he's got to walk all the way outside and do some of the work out there and come in and check on food in here, and it's just not conducive to cooking. Wendy comes from a French background, so her food is, you know, she loves the French food, she loves English food. But again, I mean, those are a lot of sauces, those are a lot of different components that build into one dish, and you can't do that with one burner.
And you might have a stove that actually has burners.
Well, then I don't have to make spaghetti on a grill.
Yeah, and a hot pan.
On a hot pan.
And ugly Betty outside the barbecue.
Well, barbecue is different.
About the only thing that is nice about this kitchen are these 2 lights right here, and just my favorite only because I like the color red, and that's about it. That's about the only thing I like in this kitchen.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Okay.
To run the disposal, you have to open the cabinet, you have to reach under with your wet hands usually, and flip the switch, which is kind of dangerous.
She makes fun of my skylight because it leaks. And we tried really hard, and Guy and I put plastic stuff up there. But it still kind of leaks. And we say it adds flavor to the sauce. She doesn't think so. Here's to our new kitchen. Now you're just going to show them what you look like when you're scared.
Not
Surprise.
scared. What?
Surprise.
I don't know what that looks like.
He looks like this.
They can't get excited about cooking here. I would love to do this kitchen for them and have them accept it because they're my dearest friends, and I really I want to see them have something that they can be proud of and want to have people over more often and celebrate their life because they can't do it here.